Hi kids, it's just fabulous to see you, and thanks so much for all your kind comments and your response to the video. I'm so really touched with that I'll be doing a broadcast every 2 or 3 times a week for the duration of this nonsense. They won't last long, they're less than 5 minutes each, so you can use them either to as an egg timer or to brighten up an otherwise dismal attack of constipation, but they should all be short, cheerful and uplifting. That is the dream. Now, you've come back to watch me again because you, like me, feel very, very passionate about laughter, right? And I started general practice in 1972 around here, and very early on I became keen on laughter, but in the 1990s I took a quantum leap forward because I discovered a guy called Professor Clifford Kuhn from America, who is professor of psychiatry, and his background was that he was looking after people who were terminally ill, and he found that people who kept the sense of humour, people who continued to laugh, did far better. And he was so struck by this that he made studying laughter his life work. And he studied stand-up comedy with Jerry Lewis and other famous comedians until eventually they said, "Oh, for God's sake, Cliff, go and do it yourself." And now Cliff works as a stand-up comedian and the other half of the time as professor of psychiatry. Now you can imagine I was desperate to meet him. And at that time I was in charge of postgraduate education in Stoke-on-Trent, and I managed through a couple of little white lies, managed to get him over to Stoke-on-Trent, you know, stately Stoke-on-Trent upon sea, alternative Shakespearean birthplace, but for whatever reason, Cliff came over and we got on like a house on fire. We had a ball and he taught me so much more about laughing that I didn't know. I mean, laughter benefits you in so many different ways, and what I wanted to know is, how long do you have to last for? And he reckons that 30 minutes is about optimal. But the point is that it doesn't have to be an out laugh. There's a continuation from smirk, smile, grin, snigger, titter, giggle, chuckle, chortle, guffaw, laugh, shriek, roar, convulse and die. And as long as you're on the spectrum for 30 minutes a day, you will receive the benefits of laughter. Just a word about smile, which is one of my real passions. When you think about the power of the smile, think about when you were a little baby, before you could even talk. What's the first communication you had from your mother to tell you everything's okay? We love you. You are safe. There's food on the table. Your mother's smile, and a young mother smiling at a baby, still makes my heart flip. But what about elsewhere? What about in medicine and in so many of my lectures when I'm talking to doctors or nurses? I say, remember the smile. Think of all the power of the smile in the hands of a doctor or a nurse gives. We care about you. We've seen this before. We've got a plan to get you better. It's so reassuring to see a professional smile. I remember one trainee doctor that we had, who was a brilliant doctor. Loved her to bits. But she was miserable. She never smiled. I said, please, your smiles will cure more of your patients than your prescriptions for penicillin. And if you need to practice it, practice on me. So that's the smile. Now there's something else that Cliff taught me, and that was all the things that laughter can benefit, all the things that you expect. You relax more, you're a nicer person, you sleep better, relieves pain, yeah, helps relieve pain, reduces pain, relieving drug requirements. But this is the one that got me as well. Laughter also is good for your immune system. And in these podcasts in the future, I'll be talking about how to use laughter. One of the earliest ones I'll be doing, because I met a lady once who felt that she was a little bit overweight. And since then I've noticed it several times, and we'll be dealing with laughter to deal with weight problems and laughter for relaxation. Obviously, there's special laughs for that. And even at the onset of an infection, how to improve lung function with a laugh. Now, I did promise that I'd tell you jokes here, and I'm going to tell you the first joke that Cliff ever told me. It's very, very close to my heart. It's still in my top 20 jokes. And this is the joke. This is a joke. It's about Jesus' 33rd birthday. And Jesus is having a bit of a party, you know. Thanks, Peter. Nice fondue set, you know. Having a bit of a party with a lovely birthday cake with 33 candles on it. And suddenly, there's a flash of thunder and lightning in the sky. And the face of God the Father appears. And Jesus says, "Hello, Dad. Have you come to wish me happy birthday?" And God the Father said, "Well, yes, I have, Jesus, but I've come to remind you that it's your 33rd birthday." He said, "I know that, Dad. Look, birthday cake, 33. No, not that. But to remind you that in this, your 33rd year, you must undergo a terrible death." Well, Jesus stroked his beard. Do you remember he had one? Stroked his beard for a minute. He said, "Oh, Dad, I've forgotten. Thanks for reminding me. What's the choice on this death? Do I have a choice?" And God the Father said, "Well, yes, you do. You can either be crucified or you can be stung to death by killer bees." Jesus thought for a minute. He said, "Well, that stung to death by killer bees is not very dignified. I better take the crucifixion." And he did. And he was crucified. And that's why, to this very day, when we Christians go to pray, we commemorate the crucifixion by making the sign of the cross in honor of the crucifixion, instead of God, I hope God's got a sense of humour, or I'm for it.